Hello everyone. So in our last tutorial, we saw that we could make enemies fall from the top of the window with the help of shift key, but we also talk about automating it to fall randomly at random time, right? So it's very easy, same concept. Um, that's why I elaborated mainly on the major functions or major logics that I taught you earlier, so that you could understand those topics and implement it in later part of the game, because I have tried to use the same techniques over and over, so that with every logic I don't want to invent new technique which will be too confusing for you to follow and then to apply those new techniques. So I'm like thinking, because earlier when I made this game, it was done with a different logic, but then I realized that because I knew a lot of features inside Qt, so I was able to do it. But then I thought to make a beginner or somebody who wants to learn, to give a lot of logics will be too overwhelming for them. Sorry for my English. So to automate it, we just simply gonna start a timer like how we did for our rectangles, play rectangle, enemy rectangle, and bullets. So I will remove this event key from our main.kml, which was starting our function. Instead of that, what I'm gonna do is go to our controller, enemy. Okay, so we have a create enemy inside controller. We have it inside controller. So I want to automate this create enemy. So for that, I'm gonna set a timer again, just below this queue timer, and then say start E. Let's say start E. This is a queue timer, okay? And then I'll go to controller.cpp, and just like how I started our signals and slot for updating the state, I'm gonna do similar logic for updating our this class, the create enemy class, the enemy class, and the automating the function. We're going to repeat the just like we were repeating this update state function, we're gonna repeat it for the create enemy function with the help of the timer. And what this single slot is doing, it is connecting the timer class with the update slot, and then whenever the timer runs out, it's gonna emit the timeout signal, and then that's gonna call our slot function, which was like update state in our first connect. But in this case, our timer's object name is in controller H, it's start E, right? So go back to your controller.cpp and then say start E, because that's our class. Same thing, we need a timeout signal in this case as well, and timer only has timeout signal, to be honest. So and inside controller, I want to create enemy, and I want to start the timer. Sorry, start E dot start, and I want to start it somewhere between 1 second, 2 second, or 3 second. Like, one enemy falls down, I'm gonna give some seconds between creating another enemy. So I'm gonna say 100 milliseconds plus I want to random it between 1 to 2 or 3 seconds, let's say max. So what I'm gonna do is 100 millisecond is there no matter what, and I want to randomize the other rest of the value that I'm gonna add to this 100 millisecond by, let's say, 2000 millisecond. So it's gonna generate a value between 2000 that's going to be added to our 100 millisecond, and that's gonna give you values between 1 to 3 seconds. Okay, this is clear, right? So I'm gonna end this with a semicolon, and our timer is set. So whenever this timer runs out, it's gonna call this create enemy again and again. And I also want to change something in emit enemy changed. I'm gonna also call our timer here in create inside create enemy, and I'm gonna start our timer too here. Perfect. This is perfect. Okay, so this function will be called when this function is called. Another enemy is also started, so it's continuing it in a loop. And then if I run again, if I run the game, let's see, now without hitting a space key, our enemy needs to fall down from the top. It's building. Okay, I'm waiting for my enemy. Oh yeah, there is now one coming from top. Yes, there are a few coming. Nice. So this is something that I wanted. So now you can see that enemies are automated and they are falling at a random speed. Like they are falling at a random. The speed is like not random speed, but on a random time. Objects are created at a random time. That will make it look like they are coming from further away, or they are coming from the back of the window. I also want to do what is, see, have you noticed how the enemies are popping from the window? And if you see here on the window, it looks like they are generating just at the tip of the window, and let me remove this, and not coming from top. Like it was like popping there, just like they are created on the top, because we have set like created our initial coordinates for this enemy position is 0. That's why it is created at 0. That was making it look like that it is generated on the top. But what I want is, I want to create it outside on the top of the window, and then make it look like it was coming from the top. Okay, so for that I want to also change few things while making this tutorial. That things are popping up in my head on what things to change. So before anything else, let's go to your enemy.header cpp file, because I think that's where our controller here, our original position is that. So I'm going to say -50, because that's the height of our enemy rectangle. So I want this enemy rectangle to be created outside of the window, and then it needs to come inside, just like rocket flying from somewhere outside and entering the window. I don't want a rocket to be created inside the window and then just coming down. No, I want a rocket to be created outside of the window. Outside of -50 pixels means what? Negative. The window starts from 0, so -50 is outside the window, and then comes slowly to downward to the height of the window, which is in positive some values. So seems good. If I run it again, now if you see, they are popping. So they are popping. I changed it here. Maybe I need to change it inside the function where we change the update enemy. So I will go to enemy.header file. Oh no, sorry, in the controller. Maybe I have it in the controller. Create enemy and new enemy set x set y is equal to 0. I want to change this to -50 as well. So now it shouldn't be like popping from the window. It should look like, yeah, slowly coming from top. See, now it's slowly coming from top, and it looks good. It looks like they are coming from somewhere. So it's a simple thing, but it helps. So this is it for this tutorial. No, I still don't like how they are falling one by one, by slowly. It looks like they are freezing at every pixel. So I'm going to change that as well. I'm going to change some values inside our class. So I'm going to go to our enemy.header file. Enemy.cpp file in our constructor, and our speed is y speed, which is 10 pixels. I'm gonna reduce this to 3 pixel, but I'm gonna decrease the to 50. Now it's going to be much more faster and will be smoother. I hope so. Seems good, but still there is still flashy, right? So I'm going to change it to 1 pixel, and 50 is fine. Now it's smoother. Now it's smoothly coming down. Nice. And is this too slow for us? Is this too slow for us? No, not really. So we're gonna increase the speed of our enemy with the increasing levels, which we're gonna implement it in the later part of the game. So this is it for this tutorial. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.